got to change the juice level. That juice level's got to go up. I'm going to demand from it. Your how, your energy, your passion has got to show in this. Everybody got it? Yes, I want to see it.
And welcome to another edition of our Ski-U-Mah Weekly. It's my first edition. I'm Mike Grimm, radio voice of Gopher football and men's basketball. And our good friend Justin Guard is in Hawaii, of all places, as snow and sleet and high winds are infiltrating the Twin Cities here. He's in Maui. So you're stuck with Grimm today. We have a great show lined up for you. We're going to talk football uniforms as spring practice starts this week on campus. Kyle Gergley is the head equipment manager who's in charge of uniforms, helmets, jock straps, all those good things. They don't wear jock straps like the old days anymore.
Not many.
He's with us. We're going to talk men's gymnastics coming up a little bit later on. Head coach Mike Burns will join us as well. It's been an exciting couple of weeks for Golden Gopher football. Football spring practice, as mentioned, gets started this week, but you guys unveiled some new uniforms and a new look, and kind of take us through the whole thing.
Well, number one, as Coach has always said, we want to stay true to our history and embrace our history, and moving forward with the new look. I think we accomplished that. We also brought in part of the row the boat culture with that cool, neat design with the oars, the boat, and the compass on there, as well as the oar and the compass on the back of the helmet. But switching uniforms is a huge thing for recruiting. Number one, you're putting them into the newest, is what Nike calls the chassis. Mm-hmm. So you're getting lighter, you're getting sleeker, you're getting faster, you're getting better fits. All that type of stuff. So you're upgrading, number one, your equipment, but you're also upgrading your look for the recruits, so it's something that we can push out there. Hey, we're upgrading, we're looking better, here's our new look.
When you think about college football players, because the NCAA limitations in regard to off-season coaches don't get to see them much, of everyone in the program, you might interact with them more than anybody else involved in the program, because you see them every day, whether they come in and lift, whether they come in and get gear, shorts, shirts, what have you. What is their reaction when they see the new uniforms?
Oh, they absolutely love it. Once we did the unveil that morning at 6 a.m., we were finally able to get all of the extras that we had out so we could dress all the mannequins, but we had a nice big area in our equipment room where we had the different combos that we were going to dress on the different mannequins and stuff like that. And we probably had 30 or 40 of the guys come in and just look around, take the pictures. They love the chrome helmet. I mean, they love the whole look as it is. So.
And you had some former Gophers who helped model them as well, it looked like.
Max, Dom, and Queese. And those guys were all around since I've been here, so that was great to be able to see those guys and get to see their reactions with it as well. It was a lot of fun.
And it looked to me, we saw the video earlier, it looked to me like Coach Fleck, as well as the players, wore their own jerseys, kind of had a jersey party.
Yes, we did. It was fun because you saw one of the guys wore a Jackie Moon jersey from semi-pro, and it was a fun thing for the players to get into, and I don't think they knew it was coming quite the way it was going to in that team meeting, so it was really fun, and just to see the reactions for it. And like I said, we've been sitting on these uniforms for a little bit, so me keeping them tucked away underneath my desk and things like that, I was ready to just get them out there so we can come up with the different combos and stuff like that.
You definitely kept it secret. I mean, it was unbelievable because no one knew much about it. And I know even talking to a couple of the guys that modeled them, they were like, yeah, we were sworn to secrecy. We couldn't take pictures, tweet out anything. We were going to get in big trouble if we did.
Yeah, and with an organization as big as we have, with the guys with licensing and marketing, our digital folks, everybody that we got involved with this whole project to release it with the utmost precision the way we did it. I thought we did an amazing job with it.
Right.
But it's fun to be able to do something secretive in this day and age with all the media attentions and stuff like that. So it was really fun to be a part of.
Well, you brought some toys with you. Let's have a look here. Kyle Gergely is with us. He's the equipment manager for the Gopher football team. This might be my favorite look. Tell us about this football helmet.
So when Josh Iverson was designing these helmets and these jerseys, he came and presented the chrome part of the helmet. And that was a nod to the past gold helmet that we had, but with a contemporary twist to it, obviously the chrome. Super shiny. It's going to be fun to work with. Me and my staff are really excited to the different things we're going to be able to do with the chrome helmet, and really excited about this one.
Spin it so we see it from face on. It looks like a semi-tractor trailer coming in.
Yeah, no doubt. So it's a big grill. It's the ones that they presented it to us with, so it definitely brings attention.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then you got the I guess I'd call it regular helmet, but there's not much regular about it.
Very traditional looking maroon helmet. Obviously, you guys know that there's the oar got added to the top of the helmet, but if you look at it from the front, it's still got that traditional front stripe to it. Just adding from the back, just adding that oar look to it, bringing the row the boat culture, hyperculture into the helmet as well.
And you got the year and the compass in the back.
So
right?
the compass is going to be the player number. So each individual player. So Rodney Smith is going to have a 1 on the back of his compass. So that's just an indicator on whose helmet it is for us, and plus it's a cool little piece to look at.
And obviously still has the Ski-U-Mah to stay with the old school tradition as well.
Yep, Ski-U-Mah on the back and row on the front, just like
great.
last year.
All right, now the jerseys, you have a whole bunch of different combinations, so many that you're still not sure how many combinations you guys will be able to use.
Yeah, so we're unveiling 3 new ones with the white, the anthracite, and the maroon. And we also have the opportunity to carry over the gold from last year as well as the gray from last year, and it depends on when or if we're going to do that. So we do have those options.
Let's take a look at a couple of these and kind of walk us through what changes and what's new about them.
So this anthracite jersey has the new gold. It's called a dart gold with the numbers. It's a nod to the past with the old gold pants with the pictures we put out with Tony Dungy. Yeah. It's kind of that gold color that we were aiming to get for that. It has the new logos or the new numbers with the design of the row the boat culture in there as well. Still has Ski-U-Mah on the back. The back of the nameplate, they will have the player name. It won't be Minnesota. When we were doing the unveil, we wanted to make sure that we had a placement for that. We just didn't want to have it blank, so we put Minnesota back there as a placement so people could see what it was going to look like.
These can combo with any pants, or did you prefer one look?
Yeah, you can combo with anything. I mean, we've set them all together. They all look really, really, really amazing.
Yeah, let's look at the white one with the new look as well.
So the white jersey, the fun part about this one is the previous one, the one we had before. We didn't have hardly any gold in that jersey, so that was one of the things that we wanted to do is bring more gold back to the white jersey. So that's where you see all the trims and the number trim and stuff like that for that gold jersey or for the white jersey.
And within the number, there are little designs, right?
Yeah, it's 2 boats, an oar, and a compass that Josh Iverson created for us, and we're using it a lot and a bunch of stuff that we do up in the facility, as well as in the jerseys and in the helmets.
All right, let's take a look at the maroon look. These are the new Golden Gopher Nike jerseys.
And so with the maroon and the anthracite, we went with the white number. The white number, when we're looking at the design, it gives you a sleeker, a faster, a quicker look, and that's why we're having the white shoes and white tights as your base layer as well. So you have that faster look, that quicker look out on the field.
Yeah, and you were saying literally with each year new technology comes in that can make a player, believe it or not, run faster in uniforms. You wouldn't think
correct.
that.
It's all about the feel. This jersey doesn't have any seams in the front, so it's not going to collect the sweat like the previous ones did. So it's going to be a lot lighter. The sweat's going to wick off a lot easier, stuff like that. And it's going to be a snugger, tighter fit for when you're out there, so there's not as much grabbing.
It's interesting. You think about in August, it can be 100 degrees, and by the time we hit Thanksgiving time, the last game, it can be 5 degrees.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So you guys have your work cut out for you depending on what the jersey can do and what the under
we carry a ton of different base layers for that. So cold weather, we have cold gear. Warmer weather, it's the Nike cool stuff. So we do have everything that any player could possibly need in any situation.
Weird question. When you guys practice, you won't wear the game jerseys, right? You have your own practice gear.
Yeah, we have practice jerseys that can take a little bit more of a beating.
Yeah, and helmets too?
We do use the three helmets that we have. So we unveiled the white, the maroon, and the chrome. We're mainly going to practice in the maroon and the white helmet because we don't want to ding up the chrome. We want to keep that show ready.
And then whose decision when it's game day? Who gets to decide, here's the combo, here's the helmet? How does that come
So Greg and I, my assistant, will go up with Coach Fleck before the season starts, and we'll work out the first few games. Hey, here's everything that we have.
Yep.
So this past year we took up, I think, about 10 helmets up to his office with different decal combinations, all the different uniforms that we had, and laid it all out. And we kind of picked and choose where we wanted to be. And it was kind of strategic, too, based off of what the typical, or what the game was, a marketing game or something like that for military awareness or something like that. So we want to tie everything in together with that. Once bye week hit, then we went and did the same thing, finished out the rest of the season that way last year.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It
Awesome
is.
looking uniforms. I know people are
Thank
excited.
you.
Kyle, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Kyle Gergley's the equipment manager for the Golden Gopher football team. Our thanks to him as he joins us here on Ski-U-Mah Weekly. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk men's gymnastics next.
This dream began the first time they laced up their skates.
One-timer channel, she scored!
Rebound score!
Winning a national championship. The 2018 Women's Frozen Four, March 16th and 18th in Minneapolis. Be there. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
It's Ski-U-Mah Weekly. Welcome back. We appreciate you guys always joining us. Mike Grimm in for Justin Gard this week. Guardsy Burnsy is in Hawaii. He's out on the beach probably at this hour enjoying, while we're going to be shoveling snow here in a couple of hours.
Well, I'm just glad you're taking over. You know, if anybody had to take over, it had to be you.
Yeah, I mean, we went from B team to A team with this. There's no doubt about that.
I hope he's not watching.
I hope he is, kind of. Mike Burns is the men's gymnastics coach. He's with us here on Ski-U-Mah Weekly, and you guys are off to a great start. You guys have been winning meets. Kind of take us through your year up to this point.
Well, yeah, it's hard to believe it's March already. The season's just flying by. We started in January at the Windy City Invitational and took second to Illinois there. So we had a chance to do a dual meet with Illinois here and in mid-February, and we took it to them. So that was a nice little payback. We went to Penn State a week ago, and I'm an alma mater. That's my alma mater, obviously, and we went there and we on the road beat them. So that's something I don't think I've done as a coach in a long time. So that was pretty satisfying. We just got back from Illinois Chicago yesterday, where we had a competition, beat them. So we're on a roll right now. We go down to Iowa City this coming weekend, and they're kind of on a big upswing right now. So Iowa's hot. They're like a hot commodity in the gymnastics world right now. So we're going to have to bring our A game.
That's your old stomping grounds for a time as well, right?
Yeah, I coached at the University of Iowa for 11 years and have some fond memories of Iowa City, and it's always fun to go back down there.
Now you want to go beat them.
Obviously.
You have a senior-laden group, 10 seniors on this team. Kind of take us through the value of having guys that have been around the block a time or two.
Well, it's that competitive experience and all the high-pressure competitions they've been in is really valuable. We have our senior night, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend on Sunday, the 18th of March. And with 10 seniors, I think the senior night festivities are going to take as long as the competition will. But yeah, they're a great bunch of guys, and as you get to know them over the course of 4 years, it's great to see them grow as people and as athletes. But it's also kind of sad to know it's going to be the last home meet for them.
You also, of course, when you have a group of seniors, you have to mix in some youngsters, and you've done that, and you have one freshman that's really been a standout, it sounds like.
Yeah, Shane Wiskus, a local kid. He's I think he's been Big Ten Gymnast of the Week for 5 out of the last 7 weeks, and just doing a great job. He just made the senior national team at the Winter Cup a couple of weeks ago, so he's having a great freshman campaign. And we rested him this past weekend to give him a chance to kind of like take a little breather, because he's been going strong. And hopefully he's all rested up and ready to go down to Iowa and have some fun.
So you got Iowa, you got senior night, and then pretty soon it's into postseason competition, and there's varying degrees there. Take us through your goals and what you're hoping to see.
Well, we have our first postseason competition will be the Big Ten Championships, which will be held at the University of Michigan, and Michigan's also on a big upswing right now. So it's going to be, this is probably going to be the most contested Big Ten championships in a long time, and Ohio State's the defending champ. I think they've won the last 2 years. Michigan's doing well. Iowa's doing better. We've been on a tear. Illinois is good. It's going to be great. It's going to come down to every single tenth of a point. Every single step you take on a dismount is going to be valuable. So right now we're at that point where we're trying to talk the guys into this deduction reduction mode. We got to take our 3/10 deductions, turn them into 1/10 deductions. Take our 1/10ers, turn them into zeros, and if we can save as many points as we can, I think that's going to help us out a lot.
And then from Big Tens, it's on to regionals?
Well, the regional qualifying meet and the NCAA championships are in the same weekend.
All mixed in.
So we'll have a Friday qualifying round. That'll be at Illinois Chicago, where we just were this past weekend. Friday will be the qualifying round, and then Saturday's the finals. So, our hope and our goals are to make it into the finals like we did the last 2 years, and we want to come away with some hardware.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it sounds very exciting. At Iowa this weekend, and then you mentioned senior night. Give a little plug, because if people haven't been to a gymnastics meet, it's pretty cool at the Maturi Pavilion.
Absolutely, yeah. It'll be Sunday, March 18th. The competition will be against Cal Berkeley. This is the first time I think Cal Berkeley's been here maybe forever, so it'll be nice for them to come, have some Minnesota nice hospitality. And the meet's at 12:30 on a Sunday afternoon, so you can go to church, feel good about what you just did. Come on over,
say a little
cheer
prayer.
us on. Yeah, say a prayer for us if you'd like. We'll take it.
Well, that's cool. And tickets at gophersports.com.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, always fun to chat with you, Mike Burns. We appreciate it. Best of luck. You're right, the season's flying by, and before you know it, you'll be hanging that hardware.
I like the sound of that, Mike.
There we go.
Thanks,
all right.
buddy.
Mike Burns,
a pleasure.
men's gymnastics coach, University of Minnesota. We should, before we sign off, mention Elise Chang has won our prize from the Minnesota Lottery. Our thanks as well to the Minnesota Lottery for sponsoring every week Ski-U-Mah Weekly on Facebook Live here.
Did she win the lottery?
No, she won a nice prize pack here from Gopher Sports. So I hope, is very excited.
She should be.
Yeah.
I'd be more excited if I won the lottery.
Well, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Well, go buy a ticket. You can't win if you don't play, as they say. All right. We're done now. That's it. Guardsy's back next week. Thanks so much. It's Ski-U-Mah Weekly.